Back in 1903, the small town of Van Meter in Iowa claimed they were being terrorized by something flying over the rooftops at night. A massive, bat-like figure with glowing eyes, and get this, it had some sort of strange beam of light on its forehead. Van Meter was a quiet little town. Think dirt roads and lantern light. A very small population. It was the kind of place where news spread fast. So when people started reporting sightings of a creature flying through the town after dark, everybody heard about it. One of the earliest sightings came from a local businessman walking home late at night. He noticed what looked like a light in the distance. At first, he assumed it was just a lantern, but as it moved closer, he realized the light wasn't being carried by someone. Instead, it was attached to the creature itself, perched on top of a pole. It was absolutely enormous with leathery wings, and what he thought was the lantern was the glowing horn or beam of light projecting from its forehead. Over the next several nights, more sightings followed. People claimed the creature landed on rooftops, flew between buildings, and screeched loudly enough to wake people from inside their homes. Understandably, at this point, the town was terrified because now this wasn't just a one-off, strange, unbelievable encounter anymore. Instead, this creature didn't seem to have any intention of leaving. So eventually, the citizens of Van Meter armed themselves and began searching for it at night, and they found it. The creature reportedly appeared perched on top of a building. They opened fire immediately, but the bullets didn't seem to have any effect on it at all. The creature simply spread its wings, took flight, and disappeared back into the darkness, which only increased the panic. However, despite their failed hunt, they did notice something unusual. The creature always seemed to fly off in the same direction, toward an abandoned coal mine just outside of town. Despite the fact that this creature seemed to be bulletproof, the people of Van Meter decided they were done waiting for it to come back and chose to pursue it. So the armed townspeople gathered outside the abandoned mine late at night, lying in wait for the creature to show itself. And according to legend, it did. Witnesses claim the creature suddenly emerged from the darkness of the mine entrance, but this time, it wasn't alone. A second creature followed behind it. It was smaller but looked exactly the same. Same wings, same light, same unnatural appearance. The townspeople immediately opened fire. Gunshots rang out, smoke gathered, the creatures screeched, spread their wings, and took flight, flying off into the distance, never to return. And according to local legend, the townspeople later sealed the entrance of the mine, just in case. Now, over the years, people have tried to explain the Van Meter visitor. Some believe witnesses may have seen a large, misidentified bird moving through the town at night. Others think the story spread through fear and panic until mass hysteria took over and transformed ordinary events into something monstrous. While others choose to believe a genuine unknown creature terrorized the town. Interestingly enough, there is a Van Meter Visitor Fest held every year in Iowa celebrating the legend. I would so love to go. It seems right up my alley, huh? Anyways, what's most important here is that even now, more than a century later, the story still survives because the details are just so weird and specific. The glowing forehead light, the rooftop sightings, gunfire, the abandoned mine, and especially the idea of two creatures emerging from the darkness while ordinary people waited outside, armed and ready to protect their town. If that's not absolutely awesome, I don't know what is. Whether the Van Meter visitor was a misidentified animal, mass hysteria, or a real-life monster, the people of Van Meter clearly believe they experienced something terrifying in the fall of 1903. So, as usual, what do you think? I'm Josiah, and thank you for tuning into this week's Paranormish Night Lore. Stay curious.